listen to episode 2 of David Grylls Adventures. Today we are still in Toronto, in Canada, I believe. And today we're going to be searching these vast wastelands over here where we are right now. So let's get into this. Right then guys, let's make our way to this hilly area over here, I believe. So let's get over here really quick. You alright? You good? You good? Good. Right, okay. So as you can see, we're in the Canadian area again, which is rather quite chilly and phosphorus over here. With the rain coming down from our south, I believe it's this direction, and the rain is coming down, but you would believe, because we're in Canada, it would be snowing. But snow isn't actually real. It's something we want to have. We believe we've got it. And it comes down from the sky, leaves a white layer across the earth, which isn't actually real, because why would it be real? Because it's just snow, it's not real. But the rain on the other hand, real, comes down, angles, wets us, very annoying, get very, 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 very moist. Moist. But yes, in this Canadian area today, we're going to be looking around this vast plain we're in, trying to find different creatures, different mounds, and tell you some stories about what's happened here. So we'll get over there in a minute while I get off this massive, huge rock. Right then, we'll make our way this way, guys. Get down this treacherous, huge hill. Right, that was safe and done. Oh, there on, you alright? In your hands. Very good man, very good chap. Right, so one of these, the main creatures we found out here is these rather large bush and rocky type mammals, which are believed to have 4 legs, but they don't. They actually have about 7 or 8, because they're massive land creatures that move once every roughly 10 years, which is rather quite a lot of movement for them, because they are very Stone Age creatures. So if we just examine these creatures here right now, we've got like quite a few over here with us, between the backgrounds, this one in front of us, which I'm going to examine right now. So let's have a look. It's rather bushy, rocky and twiggy. So this is quite a dangerous mammal, because these twigs, we cannot touch them at all, because they will damage us and harm us with toxic poisons and toxins and everything like that. And these rocks in the middle, they look like rocks, but they're not actually rocks. That's its skin. That piece of burnt that looks like burnt wood there, that's actually its heart. You cannot hear it beating, because I believe this one is dead. Yeah. Damn. Moving on. Right guys, while we're here in this really wild East Canadian area, there have been some really primitive and ancient folk here which we've met, and I couldn't really understand them. They were in a rather, speaking a weird tone and a weird tongue. They were saying things like eh and stuff like that. I could not understand it at all. One of them came over and were like, "Hey, do you want a drink, pal?" And I'm like, I could not understand her word that man was saying. There was other folk who saying things like she, which, from my cameraman translated to me, it did actually say, "Get out of our country or we're going to stone you to death," which was quite heartbreaking, because we love Canadian. Guys, we've just been walking for a while now, and I've been telling you some quite good facts recently, which have been quite fun for us to do, because I do love doing the facts. Anyway guys, I'll tell you another quick fact about this area. You see the floor we're standing on is made of, well, a floor really. The floor is floor, which is quite interesting. Yes. we've made our way from that area about where the floor is over here, and we are now found this beautiful creature right here. Which, as you can see, is a very bright and colourful creature here, which has approximately 8 legs and has 7 eyes on its body. It's quite a furry animal. They're very native to these parts, as they live in these broken down buildings and rock areas and these dead bush creature things I was talking about earlier. And they are quite dangerous actually. They do nest in their own droppings, because other animals will not come near them, because the stench is quite foul. If you could smell this, it's worse than a baby rhinoceros being born. That is how bad this is. Well then, I couldn't handle the stench anymore. We're going to move on to an area over here, I believe. So, anyway guys, right, okay, I'm going to make my way up this little mound that cameraman up here has already got up to, which is, I don't really know how. But I'm going to see what we're looking for today. We are looking for the 4-holed Guatemalan tree leaf, which I believe is quite going to be up on top of this little mountain hillside range we've just climbed up. This is where they're prone to be in quite high places, which is where we are right now, because that was a dangerous climb. That was a very high, steep gradient we had to climb up then. But yeah, let's look up there. You see, you'd think it was these tall, leafy branches here because of the tree in the name, but it's not. It's actually this right here. This magnificent little green and yellow bush. Oh, look, oh, see? We found one of the native creatures that live inside it. If we come a bit closer down here. Oh, it just flew off. Never mind. It's there. It's there. You see it? Well, that leaf right there. Nope. Here. There. There you go. See that? That's a native creature that lives in this bush. Oh, there we go. It's gone. Now, this creature makes a noise when it's scared. So hopefully, it cannot hear us. Because that noise can reach up to 20,000 decibels, which right now would burst our eardrums and probably our bowels as well. So we have to look after this creature right here. It's quite nice. And it lives in these bushes, which have got medicinal values, which we're not allowed to access because they were born in ancient times. So yes, it's a wonderful tree, and I'm glad we found it right now. Because if we didn't find this now, I believe there's only 10 of these, maybe 5 maybe, in this Toronto, Canadian-ish area. But yes, let's carry on searching for other exotic plants and animals. Right guys, we've just spotted an ancient artifact over here from this Toronto, Canadian-ish area. As they are quite primitive, aren't they, and they're 200 years behind us. So we have what we call on our cars, tyres, which they do not have right now. So if we have a look at what this is an ancient tyre, which is made for these people in this Toronto, Canadian-ish area, which we don't believe is made out of wood, if you listen. Yes, that's a wooden sound, isn't it? But these were carved, and it took them, I believe, 10 to 20 days to do these, which was a lot of effort and time to get the spherical shape, because they're not very good with shapes, these Canadian people.
Right, there we go.
Quite simple, really. And they took them ages to carve these shapes and the hollowness in the inside, like their brains, really, very hollow.
Ooh, double time.
So yes, this is what the Canadian people did, and this is what they are. The ancient history you find here is exquisite. Let's carry on, guys. Right guys, just made our way over here now, and I'm going to tell you a very true but horrible story about what this mound of rock here is. This used to be a house to a family of 8, and this house was destroyed by the people of the Shanghai village in this Canadian area. Their parents had done something wrong, and while their 6 kids were just at home one evening, and the house got terrored, bombs thrown at, and fire bombs thrown at as well. I couldn't think of the name or the term for them, but yes, this house got demolished, and the kids were still inside it. So the kids are underneath me right now. 6 kids, 3 male and 4 female, all underneath me right now, dead. Because their parents were crackheads, and they owed a gang mob, I believe, 10 grand. So yes, this was a consequence of their abilities. Those poor children. Right guys, see this stick? This is a stick the leader of a tribe will have, which means I now lead a tribe in Canada. I met these ancient folk. They were beyond those mountains we were in over there, and they made me their chief. I think they trusted me so much with my intelligent brain, my fantastic clothing choices, and obviously that, and the voice. They liked that the most. They said to me, "Shiwa ya ho," which meant, "Please be our chief," I believe the cameraman told me. Could have meant something different, but I trust him. He's my closest friend, and my only friend. But anyway guys, that's like the most opportune way to end this week's episode. So I'll see you all next week for episode 3.